It's kind of old school. There are days when I'd like to have it be a spotless floor and shiny and clean and all those things, but in reality, it's just an old workshop. My first car was the GT6. I just finished my second year in college, decided that if I could buy this car, I would go over to the factory and pick it up. I flew to Coventry, England with a friend of mine. We picked up the car and we spent the next 6 months from there touring Europe, getting lost in the big cities and having fun out in the countryside. Then we brought the car back, shipped it over to Newark, picked it up in New Jersey and drove it back across the United States, brought it home. I still have that car. I then opened up an auto parts store in Vernonia, spent 13 years in Vernonia. In the late 1990s, I was able to purchase a business called British Auto Works. So we put up the building, brought in all the parts, got all the old stuff to work on cars, and fortunately at the time, Stan, he was coming out of Oregon State University and he had interest in cars, and we had an agreement we could work on the company together and make it grow. So since that time, we've done a really good job. I would like to have it still be the old school garage like it would have been in 1970s and the 60s. I mean, we don't work on any car newer than 1980s, so the people who come in here are, the demographics is a little bit older, gray-haired kind of thing. So a lot of times what we do is we just sit and listen to stories. There's a lot of customers or people who just come in and say, hey, I've seen this place, my neighbor used to have one of these, or my dad had one, or my brother had one, or whatever. But, you know, it's all fun. Every one of them has something about a British car that's interesting to them. So that's important to us.